Fine, yes. So guys, let us discuss about our plan. Okay, initially let us discuss about our plan. What exactly we're going to be start for today, and what exactly we're going to be start. So actually, so today we're going to be start with DevOps. Yes, please. Asif, Gowda, and Divya. So basics of Linux we will cover this weekend. Don't worry. Asif, Gowda, Divya, and Rakesh. Rakesh. Don't worry. I will cover in this weekend. Okay. Don't worry. But let us be start our main syllabus. Let us be start our main syllabus. That's what. Yes, please. I hope you understood very clearly. Our plan is so today we're going to be start at DevOps. Clear? Yes, please. And the basics will be covered in this weekend. Okay. This weekend one session we will take on a long session we will conduct. Don't. But let us be continue. Let us be continue the main syllabus. Right. So in this DevOps, totally we have three modules. First one is CI, CD, and second one is and Ansible, and third one is Docker and Kubernetes, and monitoring like Nagios and EL. So these are all the models, and Vagrant also will come. And Vagrant also will come. Vagrant and Shell. These are all things we're going to be good, very good. But today we're going to be start very fast model. Vagrant, not required right. Side. No. So we can able to discuss Vagrant at any point of time. So for Vagrant, at any point of time we can discuss. So not only initially. So we can there is no any dependency with the Vagrant that part. We required a suppose yes, please. We required a suppose either we're going to be getting in a virtually or physically or cloud. That doesn't matter. But we're going to be using AWS cloud. Don't worry about it. For getting a service now. But today I'm going to be starting with CI to CD. CI to CD. The CI/CD is nothing but what? Continuous integration. Continuous integration and continuous delivery. Continuous integration and continuous delivery. Yes, please. One second. Continuous integration, continuous delivery. So are continuously integrating all developer source code and then making working software and deliver continuously into the release. Continuously integrating and continuously delivering to the release. Yes, please. So to handle the code, what we're going to be learning in please? Git. For building a code, we're going to be learning for what? Please tell me. Maven. For integration automation for Jenkins. And JFrog for what? JFrog for what? Release. That's what. These tools we're going to be learning to build and CI/CD pipeline, and moreover, this we calling as a build and release. This we calling as a build and release also. But so in this model, so what are the tools? What are the tools we're going to be discussing for version control? For version control, so we're going to be discussing about Git recipes. And second is build tool. Build tool. The build tool we're going to be learning Maven. Build is Maven, and the next one is an automation tool. Or else we call as a CI server, or else we call as a CI server. For that we're going to be learning, we're going to be learning Jenkins guest. Then the fourth one is release or a build repository. Release or a build repository or Artifactory we call as a CD. I'll repeat. Release. Let it be right. Release or build repository or Artifactory for is nothing but continuous delivery. For this, so we're going to be learning we're going to be using JProtect. Yes. And fifth one is code analyzer. Code analyzer. The code analyzer is we're going to be using Sonar. So these are all the tools we're going to be discussing in CI/CD pipeline. CI/CD pipeline. Yes, please. I hope we understood so very clearly this. So this is our plan for this in the model. Before starting in this model, let us start with what is SDLC. What is SDLC? What is SDLC? What is SDLC? Tell me what is SDLC meanwhile, please. They have an idea, please. I think we discussed already what is SDLC in the last session. And please, and then let us discuss about after this. One second, please. What are all models? What are all phases also? Phases. What are all phases? And what are all please models? And the difference between models. Difference between models. Models. What is the framework? And what is sprint? One second, please. What is sprint? And what is release? So these are all things we want to be discussing. Then after this, So we're going to be starting. Washington. So this is our plan for today, guys. Please. This is our exactly our plan. Please. So what is SDLC? Anybody help me, please? Please, anybody. Anybody help me? What is SDLC? What is SDLC, guys? Please? The software development lifecycle. SDLC is nothing but a software development lifecycle. And by helping of SDLC, we can able to produce in a high quality and low cost within a shortest time. We can able to deliver a working software. It includes develop, alter, maintain, and replace a software system. It involves several distinct stages or phases. Stages are phases. That means include planning, design, build, test, and deploy. And we discussed this yesterday. These are all the stages. We discussed all. Guys, what is SDLC? By helping of SDLC, we can able to provide a working software with high quality, with low cost. Within a shortest time, we can able to deliver the working software. By helping of SDLC, we can able to develop, alter, maintain, replace the software system. It is involving several distinct stages or phases, include plan, design, build, test, and deploy. But SDLC are two models, guys. Software development lifecycle models are majorly two models. Majorly two models. I agree. Somebody is 1 second, please. Yeah, I agree. So V model we have and several models we have. I agree. But let us discuss in this session. We're going to discuss only two models. One is sequence model. Another is iterative and incremental model. Yes. Iterative and incremental model. I'm going to be discuss with you only two models, guys, please. First one is sequence model, and second one is iterative and incremental model. But let us discuss about a sequence model. Let us discuss about a sequence model. The waterfall model is sequence model, guys. You know very well about waterfall. Everybody is most, but let us brush up once. Divya, Asif, Rakesh, Syed, Rohan. Everybody knows what is the waterfall model, what is SDLC, but let us brush up. You know, it's fundamental, it's the basics. You know, that's what. Let us do it. Yeah, what is waterfall model? Waterfall model follows sequence. Sequence is nothing but one after another, one by one. What is the sequence in the sense of what? One after another, one by one. That we calling it a sequence. But in SDLC we have several stages. In SDLC to complete an SDLC process, we have several stages: planning, design, build, test, deploy. But how exactly we can able to follow or implement this planning, design, implementation, testing? By following waterfall. By following waterfall. The waterfall model is the first model in a software industry. It is a initial days of model. It is a initial days of model. It was the first model of our SDLC. It is the first model of our SDLC. Yes. Then in SDLC, we have these are all stages. Requirement analysis. First, they're going to be gathering information from the client and they're going to be analysis. Then design. Then in implementation. Then testing. Then deploy. Then maintenance. Clear, guys? Please. I hope you understood very clearly. But let us assume. So this project, 1 year project. This project is 1 year project. So maybe first month maybe analysis, second month maybe design, and third, fourth, fifth, 6 months are implemented by using Java or .NET programming. Then 8th and 9th, 10th it's gonna be testing, and 11th month we're gonna be deployed, and from there itself it comes under maintenance. Agreed, very good, very good. But waterfall model says only one time only deliver to the client. After a year. So yeah, software company. Yes, you're there. You're a vendor. I can say vendor, software company, not by client. Got it. Clear. Yeah, fine. So one time only deliver, guys, please. Whether it is client accepted or not, whether it is client satisfied or not, whether it is business, whether it is website or a application, whether it suits for his business or not, doesn't matter. Clear or not? So it will be delivered only one time after completion of this project, maybe after a year. After a year. So whether it is client satisfied or not. System design is nothing but for example, planning, design documents, for example, task how to implement, so font and logic, everything. So which technology should we use? What are the combination of, for example, Java, .NET? If it is Java, so whether it is going to be Hibernate with an Oracle or MySQL. So which version we going to be using Java? It will happen. And include plans also. Yeah, software developer not do this. So analysis on architects will design. Architect will be design. So developers are implementing. Testers will going to be test cases. Deploying by the operation team and maintenance by the operations. That's it. Yeah. But let it be continued, please. Yeah. So that means this entire application we're gonna be deliver only one time. That's it. The first problem is, so the client satisfaction is not there. But that is the first problem. What is the second problem, please? What is the second problem? We can't able to engage. We can't able to engage all the employees all the time. For example, so after analysis, it is fall down onto the design. After completion of design, it is fall on the implementation. Right now, our developers are busy. Our developers are engaging with the work. But what about designers? What about analysis? What about testers? In this project, only developers are engaged, but remaining testers are deployment and design analysis people don't have any work in this project. The leaser, they don't have any work to do that. So after completion of development, it is moving to tester. Then again, the tester will become a active. They're going to be work. But what about developer? Developer doesn't have any work in this project. So that means in this project, we can't able to engage all the employees and all the time. That is second problem. What are the third problem in this waterfall model? It's a water flow from here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here. So let us assume it is steps, your apartment steps or maybe your home steps. So if you pour the water on the bucket of water, pour in the top of the staircases, water flow how exactly? Like this one. Like this one. For example, if you pour the water in the down step, will it go reverse? Will it go reverse? No, not possible. The same way, for example, while we're testing, if you found design is wrong, maybe analysis is wrong, so we can't move back. We can't change. Guys, please. Modification, a change is very difficult. If it is fall down, if it is move further, if it is testing or in deploy, so we can't move back in previous stage. That is very difficult. These are all things happen in Waterfall. What are the problems? First one, please. What are the problem, please? Client satisfaction not there. Second thing is employees are not engaged. Third thing is we can't able to modify according to the client requirement. We can't able to move back. So that is the reason. So current industry is moving into the Agile model. Agile model follows iterative and incremental model. Iterative and incremental model, guys. Iterative and incremental model. So instead of completing entire project at a time, so it is going to be splitting into the parts, splitting into the project. We're going to be splitting, so the entire project will not be completed at a time. So they're going to be few requirements, only the portion of the requirement they're going to be iterated and making working software within 2 weeks of time. This we calling as a sprint. Then next sprint will be start. Then next sprint will be start. Guys, please. I hope it's very clear. Instead of completing entire project within a year, so what they will do in a first month, they're going to be iterate the few requirements. They're going to be analyze, design, then develop and test and deliver to the client. Based on the client satisfaction, then we're going to be start a next sprint. And the next few requirements we're going to be iterated and design, develop, test, and discover. It's nothing but a deliver to the client. And every month we're going to be have a release. So sprint is nothing but the few requirements making as a working software and deliver. That's it. What Agile says, at most, our client satisfaction is very important. And frequently deliver. What not at a time. Frequently deliver. And based on the client satisfaction, we're going to be start next release. Yes, please. Yes. For example, the sprint one started. So design has been completed. Then it will be start development. Automatically designers will be engaging automatically with second sprint. Yes, please. And after completion of development, it is moving into the testing. Here is testers are busy, but developer all immediately they're going to be switching into the sprint 2. Yes, please. Then after completion of testing, the testers is going to be moving into the sprint 2. This is the way all the employees are engaged in 24 and within all time. Yes, please. Yes, please. I hope I understood it very clearly. So what I'm going to be telling you, instead of completing entire project at a time, they're going to be iterate few items, few requirements, and within a 2 weeks of time, they're going to be making working software. There's nothing but design, implementation, and testing, and deliver to the application. So iterating few requirement, making working software, and increase our application. Yes, please. It is exactly as it is exactly iterative and a sequence model. Iterative and incremental model. Sorry. Yes, please. I hope you understand very clearly. But let us understand diagrammatically. Let us understand a diagrammatically way. What exactly we discussed. Let us discuss one more time. You can able to understand very clearly. Yes. So this is exactly product block. Okay. It is exactly product block. One second, please. This is exactly product block. So in this product block, what are all requirements What are all requirements from gathering from the client? So they're going to be logged here. So for example, you have a travel website or insurance website. So to complete entire project, what are all requirements they're gathering from the client? As a login page or registration page, what are the services we require? So gathering information from the client, all requirements, logging into this product log. Requirement one, guys. It is my requirement one. It is my requirement two. Requirement three, requirement four, requirement five, and so on. Requirement 1000. What is this? Requirement one, requirement two, requirement three, requirement four, requirement five. Please listen very carefully. Requirement five, requirement six, requirement seven. Am I right? If we complete this 1000 requirements, our project is completed. But if it is a waterfall model, these 1000 requirements at a time plan, at a time design, at a time implementation, at a time testing, at a time deployment, and at a time maintenance zone. At a time all or at a time all. But what is Agile says, instead of completing 1000 requirements, so iterate is a few requirement, guys, please. Only iterate a few requirements, making working software deliver to the client. Deliver to the client, guys, please. Deliver to the client. That is exactly as Agile says. Based on the client satisfaction, then in the next sprint, we're going to iterate the next few requirements and make it as design, implementation, testing, and deliver. Based on the client satisfaction, then next few requirements like this. It is nothing but a iterative and incremental model. It is nothing but a iterative or incremental model. It follows as it is. But how exactly we're going to iterate, please? So we're going to be iterate few requirements. So we have two software development teams. 1 second. Team A. So we have a team A, team B. What exactly we discuss the same thing. I'll repeat in our understanding. So what we're going to do, please? The team A working on the sprint A. The team A is going to be start sprint 1. The team A is going to be working with the sprint 1. In this sprint 1, how many requirements is going to be iterated? Maybe 3 requirements. What is the requirement 1? Please, they're going to be iterate the requirement 1, guys, please. Requirement 1, they're going to be iterate requirement 2. Requirement 2, they're going to be iterate requirement 3. So they're going to be iterate these 3 requirements, guys. These three requirements. So what exactly we discuss here? Please look here, please. Design, develop, test, and deliver. Design, develop, test, deliver within a 2 weeks of time. Within 2 weeks of time, these 3 requirements making as a working software. That means design has to complete, implementation has to complete, testing has to complete within 2 weeks of time. The same way. 1 second, guys, please. the same way, sprint 2, team B, team is going to be working on a sprint 2 SP. Sprint 2. In this sprint 2, within 2 weeks of time, it has to complete. Within 2 weeks of time, it has to complete. So in this sprint, they're going to be iterated. Requirement 4, guys, please. Requirement 4, requirement 3, requirement, requirement 6. Yes, please. So the team B is going to be start sprint 2. In this sprint 2 has to complete within 2 weeks of time. Within 2 weeks of time, yes, please. In this sprint, so we're going to be iterate 3 requirements. Requirement 4, 5, and 6. Within 3 weeks of time, we have to make these 3 requirements: design, implementation, testing, and deliver. Yes, please. I hope you understood very clearly this. But after completion of sprint 1 or a sprint 2, so did we send to release or not? We have to deliver the sprint or not? To where? In the release. So we're going to be delivering into where exactly? Into release or not, please? Into this release or not, please? So we're going to be deliver these 2 prints into the release. Into release, guys, please. 1 second. Release. Maybe it is release 1.0. It is first release. It is the first release of our software thing. But release always in a month. In a month. Maybe this release has to complete within 1 month. Within 1 month. Within 1 month, we have to complete this. Within 1 month, we have to complete this release. Yes, please. So what I'm going to be trying to tell you, after completion of this sprint 1, it will be delivering into where exactly? Into this release. That's it. So automatically, the sprint 2, sprint 1, both are available here. Sprint 01, and sprint 02 automatically available here. Guys, please. Yeah. So Divya asked this question. One thing, please let us answer to Divya. Why it has to wait till sprint 2? Yeah. So 2 teams, different, different teams. Maybe it is model 1, it is a model 2. But all models together we have completely be calling as a full application. One team is working on a health insurance. Second team is working on a travel insurance. Maybe third team is working on a home insurance. But all together working is called as insurance website. Divya, it should be understood this very clear. Clearer? Divya, for your understanding. Clearer? The release 1. Yeah. So all sprint we calling, all together we calling as a release 1. Yeah. Don't know. I'll explain. Please wait. You can able to understand very clearly. But team 1 has completed sprint 1 or not? Yes. Team B also completed sprint 2. I agree. But let me please answer this question. Very stupid question I'm going to be asking you. How many weeks in a month, please? How many weeks in a month, please? 4 weeks. 4 weeks, guys, please. And obviously everybody knows this. But what is the sprint time, please? The sprint should be complete within a 2 weeks of time. The sprint should be complete within a 2 weeks of time. But a team A, how many sprints will be delivered to the release? That is the question. A team A, how many delivers? How many sprints can deliver to the release? In a month, 4 weeks. In a month, 4 weeks. In a month, 4 weeks. A team can deliver a sprint within 2 weeks of that. That means in a month, a team can deliver how many sprints? 2 sprints. That means after completion of sprint 1, immediately the team is going to start sprint 3. They're going to be starts with the 3 requirements. They're going to be iterated, maybe 7, 8, 9. Yes, after completion of second sprint, automatically it will be start 4th sprint. That means, so they're going to be iterate 10th requirement and 11th requirement and 12th requirement. I hope you understand. After completion of 3rd week and 4th week, this sprint is working on where exactly 3rd and 4th week of this release. 3rd and 4th week. This sprint also 3rd and 4th week of this release. After completion of sprint 1 and sprint 2. After completion of sprint 1 and sprint 2. Sprint, please. Sprint 0. And a sprint, please. Sprint 0. Yes. Total how many sprint has been completed in this release? Please tell me. Total how many sprints, please? 4 sprints. Total how many requirement is going to be completed in this release? Please. Please answer this question. Total requirements. Total how many requirements are going to be completed in this release? Divya, Rakesh, Rohan, Syed, Gauda, Bharat, Asif, AJ. 12 requirements, guys, please. Bharat, thank you, Bharat. 12 guys, please. 12 guys, please. 12, Syed, 12. 4 into 3. How many requirements? 12 requirement. So we're going to be complete in release 1. So how many requirement? Total requirement, please? 1000. 1000 requirement. But in this release, we're going to be complete only 12 requirements. But in release 2, what will happen? The same process will be repeated for release 2 also. Maybe release 3. The same thing will be repeated. 4. And until completion of this 1000 requirement, this process will be repeated. Yes, please. I hope understood so very clearly this. What is Agile? Guys, any question in this, please? So do you have any questions, please? It is exactly our framework. It is exactly our framework, guys, please. So let us understand in the broader way what exactly we discussed. That is exactly iterating few requirements and making working software and delivering into the our application. So that we calling as a iterative and incremental model. Iterative and incremental model. It is exactly this. This diagram, and this diagram are same. Both are for better understanding, nothing else is there. So we understood what exactly, please, what is the SDLC model, what are all the phases, what are all the models, and what are the difference between waterfall model and Agile model. We understood. So very clearly we understood these are all things. What is SDLC phases or models, difference between models, and what are the sprint, what are the release, and what are the frameworks. Let us overlook one more time. Let us discuss about one more time what is the framework, what are the framework. Yeah. Existing project also for maintenance also same thing. Release and sprint. Let us discuss about one thing. Yeah, what is the sprint? Please tell me, please. Same thing, I'll repeat, guys, please. What exactly I explained, same thing I'm going to repeat one more time. Bharat asked this question. This process is for deliver enhancement to existing application. Yes, obviously. We do that existing application also for maintenance. Let me repeat this diagram one more time. Tell me first of all, what is the release? What is the release, guys? Please tell me. The working software are ready to deploy on production environment. The working software are ready to deploy on production environment. We call as a release. We call as a release. But the release in months, either 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, depending on the project to project, application to application will be changed. But a release has at least one sprint. Guys, I hope you understood. It's very clear. The working software is ready to deploy in production environment, but this release should be complete within a month or 2 months or 3 months, but it should be called in the months only. But each release have at least more than one sprint. That means either maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, n number of sprints. It's not fixed. It is not fixed there. At least more than one sprint. More than one sprint. That's it. That is the release, guys. What is the sprint? The same. Working software is ready to deploy. But we call in weeks. We call in weeks. It is not fixed 2 weeks. Either 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 6 weeks. Or 6 weeks. We should be calling in a week. We calling as in a week. Guys, please. What is the release? What is the sprint? This thing. But what is the framework? What is the Scrum framework? What is the Scrum framework? What is the Agile means? Agile is any tool. Agile is any software. No. Agile is not a tool. Agile is not a tool, guys, please. Agile is a rules. Agile says only principles. How to implement a software. Agile says only principles, guys, please. How to implement, how to follow our SDLC process by helping of Agile principles. That's it. Agile says only principles. Agile says only principles, guys, please. Agile says only principles. But Agile principles we're going to be implement by helping of Scrum. But let us understand how exactly we're going to be from Scrum to Scrum framework. But let us understand what is the sprint life cycle and what is the release. Let us understood this very clearly. It is the life cycle of our sprint, guys. It is the life cycle of our release. Both. What exactly discuss this diagram? Yes, Scrum is a framework. It is not a tool. Scrum is a framework. Scrum is a framework. It is not a tool. It is not Agile. Agile is a principles. So by following Agile principles, we're going to be implement our Scrum framework, guys, please. Scrum framework. Guys, please. So guys, please aware of this. I'm not discussing with the Agile completely. I'm not discussing with the Scrum completely. It will take 1 month. I want to tell you some basic components, basic terminologies to understand DEVOPS. That's it. I'm covering here basics and very basics, fundamentals. Just few terminology I want to brush up. That's it. I'm not teaching you Agile. I'm not teaching you Scrum. If you want to do Agile certification or a Scrum certification, it will take 1 month, 2 months. Please aware of this, please. But this basic fundamentals required for DEVOPS. That's what so we're discussing these all things. But let us discuss about the sprint planning meeting. How exactly we're going to be sprint planning meeting? So we're going to be iterate the few requirements. Sprint will be start from the product backlog. So we're going to be iterate the few requirements. Few requirements, yes, please. Then so in a sprint planning meeting, they're going to be conducted. Sprint planning meeting, how many requirement has to come? So how many developers are going to be involved? Which developer is going to be doing which task, which job, which test is going to be complete, which use case is going to be executed. Everything will be discussed in this sprint planning. Then they will start working within the first day of the sprint. Then every day they're going to be conduct one stand-up meeting and daily meeting. In this meeting, they're going to be asked 3 questions. What you did, what is on the way, what is going to be do. Every day they're going to be over. Every day going to be promise yourself. You're going to be promise yourself. And yes, please. What exactly did yesterday? What is on the way? What is we going to be do? These three questions are going to be asked every day morning before starting your day. Then within 2 weeks of time or a 1 week, then the sprint has to complete. Then automatically the sprint will be released. Sprint will be delivering into the release. Sprint 1 has completed within 2 weeks. So we're going to be delivering. But after deliver, we're going to be giving a review meeting with the client. Review meeting with the client guys. So we're going to be give a demo. What are the functions we're going to be adding into this application? After giving a demo, after giving a client a review, after giving a client a review or the feedback of the client, then we're going to be conduct a retrospective meeting. In this meeting, they're going to be asked 3 questions. What we did wrong, stop immediately. And second question, what exactly done good, so continuously. What has to improve, immediately start. Immediately let us be continuing. So based on the retrospective meeting, definitely we can able to come to know what are the good, what are the flaw in the first sprint. Definitely. So what exactly we did the mistake, the same mistakes we won't be repeating second sprint. Definitely. So that's why second sprint onward and third sprint onward, fourth sprint automatically improvise. And every first sprint and every project definitely fail because of, so we need to that our colleagues, we need to that client, we need to that our environment, for need to that some new technology also something. Definitely for first sprint definitely fail, but second onwards, say third onwards, definitely it will be improvised. They're gonna be synced with our client. Yes, please. Obviously, that's what exactly is Scrum. I don't want to discuss with you in depth. It is more than enough. Do you have any question in this, please? Do you have any questions in this? Guys, please. As you want to talk to me, please. Your full name, please. Divya. I think everybody is take this diagram, please. I hope you note down this diagram in your notebook. Am I right, please? Yeah, which you discussed, this who are all doing, which is the role, who's doing this, what product owner, what else Scrum Master does. These are all so many things. I don't want to discuss all those things, but up to right now, it's more than enough for us as a DevOps. Up to right now, so Agile says principles, but those principles we're going to be implemented by using this Scrum framework. By using this Scrum framework. Yeah, please raise it, please. Abhishek, please. Abhishek, yeah. Please provide your full name for tomorrow. Yeah. Please, 1 second. 1 second, Abhishek. I will allow to talk to you, please. I will allow to talk to you, please. Abhishek, please wait 2 minutes. 1 minute, I'll allow, please. The next thing we're going to be start. What is version control? That is exactly we're going to be discussing. That is exactly we're going to be discussing. So we will continue tomorrow with this. Tomorrow we're going to be discussing what is version control. What is version control? Then we start Git. After understood what is a version control, then we're going to be start Git. That is exactly this flow. After completion of Git, So we're going to be discussing Maven, then Jenkins, then JFrog, then Sonar. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Abhishek Das, please. You can ask me any question.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
How will proceed? Like first we will go for DevOps, after AWS, and after Linux, right?
No. Linux will be covered in this middle, maybe this weekend. Linux and
Okay, like
weekend it will cover. So starts with DevOps.
okay, after
DevOps.
yeah,
Yeah, please.
yeah. After
DevOps.
DevOps, there will be Linux, and after that AWS.
No, Abhishek. So Linux will be covered initially, but I'll manage time maybe this weekend. The Linux will be covered this weekend. Abhishek.
Okay, sir.
Guys,
Okay, sir. Sir,
Linux will be covered this
after
weekend. So we're going to be
okay, sir.
discussing every class of DevOps with AWS itself. Each and every
Okay,
class
sir.
of DevOps with AWS. Then
Sir.
after completion of AWS, then we will start AWS complete course in depth.
Okay.
That is
Sir,
the flow.
after Sonar, we will proceed to Ansible, right?
Yeah, that's it. It's a model, CACD model. This is one model. The second model we calling as a configuration management model. The configuration management model, in the model we're going to be discussing ANSI. That's it. Then container technology model, that we're going to be discussing Docker and Kubernetes. Then AWS complete syllabus. AWS complete syllabus. So each and every class of DevOps with AWS itself. But again, after completion of DevOps with AWS, then we'll start AWS completely. Like an EC2, S3, full details of EC2, S3, RDS, VPC, we're going to be covered. Abhishek. Syed.
Okay, sir. Last question. How will get the material and when will get those?
Material and recorded videos you can able to get from our administrator. Please contact me.
And whatever, sir,
Recording
material, like all the
material.
notes.
The notes, running notes you have to write down, please. So which I'm delivering, please write down the running notes. We have recorded videos, more than enough, I think so. But if you want, please write down the running notes. Even material is different than running notes different. Notes is different than material. Don't combine with both. So what I'm delivering in the class, it will be recorded, it will be delivered to you. That is more than enough. If you want, write down running notes. Apart from this, you're going to be receive material from there. That's it. One more thing. Who for all these material videos, please register with Durga Soft, please.
Already I
Yeah.
have registered.
Yeah. One second, I'll forward. Yeah, Syed, forward to please. So one link you got this. Please go through that. What are the syllabus I covered? So please use that link. Some Syed, our friend, has shared with you, please. Have you received, Abhishek?
Yes, sir.
Have you received or looked at? Our friend Syed started with us, please. Go for it. Or look at once. What are the content we're going to be delivering in DevOps? What are the content we're going to be delivering in AWS? Complete picture we can able to see that. Okay. Any questions, guys, apart from this? No, I
Sir,
can't able to. Syed?
I have already registered. Can I get your mobile number, like for contact you?
Actually, it's very difficult, man. You can
Okay,
able to
sir.
write an email. If any queries, write an email. So you can
Okay.
able to get my email address from our administrator. Please talk to them. They will share.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. I can't. That's as per rules and regulations are there. I can't reveal my phone number in this. Yeah. According to their terms and conditions. Okay. If you want to approach me personally, go for by using email. Email is I can able to reply. or else you can able to talk to me in every class. In the end of the session, I can allow to talk to me, please. Thank you. Syed
Thank
asked
you.
me something. Excellent. But Syed, our main agenda for DevOps, AWS. Syed, our main agenda for DevOps and AWS. But we have so for complete syllabus of DevOps, complete syllabus AWS, it will take 3.5 months. But if you cover this Agile Scrum 1 week or 2 weeks, definitely it will lead to 5 months. No one join my course. If you say 4 months, if you say 5 months, no one will be join my course. No one will be. Definitely no one will be join. That's what I cover. Yes, please.
3.5 months also a long time.
But it's very less time, please. Very less time. Very shortest, very short time. Very short time. Very short time. You should learn a lot of things, So after getting a job, don't be look back. You should be perfect, It will take time, definitely. If you learn within a shortest time, you can't able to digest, you can't able to learn. You can't able to do. Learning is different and experience different. Ever of this. Learning is different and experience different. Clear. Everybody knows how to do, but so practically things are very different than learning. Please. Ever of this. That's what we're spending more. Thank you. Thank you. Syed, you got my point. Somebody's Gouda, please unmute. Yeah, you can talk to me, Gouda, please. Your full name, please. Gouda only. Maybe I'm always calling Gouda only.
Hello.
Yeah, please.
My name is Advenced Gouda.
మీ వాయిస్ కొంచెం డిస్టర్బ్ గా ఉంది కొంచెం మళ్ళీ క్లియర్ గా మాట్లాడతా
Hello.
చెప్పండి సార్ చెప్పండి
Am I audible? Hello.
క్వశ్చన్ అడిగండి డైరెక్ట్ గా
No, sir. I don't understand what you're talking about. Telugu?
ప్లీజ్ టాక్ టు మీ ఇన్ ఇంగ్లీష్ I can.
Okay. So, sir, I'm asking like now I am working as a embedded software engineer. Okay. So,
Okay.
like how this software industry is working, like AWS and DevOps, both is correlated, right? Is it?
Correlated like a twins. Without
Okay,
AWS,
okay.
without DevOps, there is no AWS.
Okay. So, like,
So
sir,
the
after
Linux, shell script, AWS, DevOps, you should learn.
Okay.
No option. We can't escape anyone.
Yeah. So asking, sir, after this course, we are able to sustain in the industry, right? So that I am asking.
But somebody is telling like some AWS separate course, DevOps separate course, they're gonna be teach. That's what I packed all the thing in a single course. Linux plus shell script plus DevOps, AWS complete course.
Okay. Okay. So that is what I'm asking, because I'm completely changing my domain, right? So is it, I don't know.
So if you complete DevOps, because then after completion of DevOps, you come to know we have to learn AWS.
Okay, sir.
I hope you understood this point. So maybe you're going to be join AWS. Then you come to know you have to learn DevOps. After completion of AWS, you come to know, so AWS is not enough. You have to join the DevOps course.
Yes, sir. Time is not concern, but we need to sustain. That is the point.
That's what.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
DevOps with one cloud service. One cloud minimum. But if you have a 2 cloud, that is better for you. Either maybe both AWS and Azure also.
Okay.
But as of now, AWS is enough. As of now. But after getting joining in as a DevOps engineer, joining a job, look for other cloud like Azure.
Okay. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Please. We'll meet tomorrow at the same time. Thank you.